Hey everybody, Joe here introducing this week's quick tip video from the Appalachian Trail. I'm near Warwick, New York, right near my house. We don't have any leaves on the trees yet, but it's still a beautiful April day. Let's take a look at that quick tips video. Hey everybody, welcome again to a quick tip video from photolearning.com. We're going to talk about using the magic wand today, selecting a sky in Photoshop, and I wanted to go over some of the options on the tools. And the keyboard shortcut for the magic wand is W. And when you bring that up, you see these important choices to make up on the top: the sample size, the tolerance, anti-alias, contiguous, select all layers. So let's take a look at these first, really quick, first by first. Click on where it says 3x3. Well, point sample means when you sample down in here, it's going to use that just 1 pixel. Probably not going to want to do that. I think the default is 5x5, but as you choose a bigger number, it's sampling over a larger area, which means it's going to have more reach. Well, let's see what that means. So let's zoom into 100%, which is, by the way, Command or Control 1. So here again, this is, by the way, St. Augustine Light in Florida. So I've got the magic wand. I've got it set at 5x5. I'm going to turn on anti-alias and contiguous so you see what they do. Tolerance, by the way, the default is 32, so we'll put it there. And let's just click in the sky and see what it gives us. And you can see, well, that's not particularly helpful. Because, first of all, because contiguous is turned on. And what contiguous means is it has to be connected. So you see it came up to the railing, but since there's a color blocking it, it's not getting in between. So let's turn off contiguous. I'm going to hit Command or Control D to deselect that and do it again. And now you see it's gotten in between, but didn't do a very good job on this railing here. Let's zoom into 200%, and you see it's picked up all the railing. Not helpful. So let's deselect that again. Let's hit W for our wand. And the problem here is anti-alias. And anti-alias usually smooths edges, which is usually good. In this case, it's not. Let's click off anti-alias and do our selection, and a much better job. And if you really want to see kind of what your selection looks like, Command 1, which will show you at 100%, gives you a pretty good example. And if I hold down the space bar and kind of drag around, we can see how good a job it's done around the trees. And that's actually pretty darn good with those settings. Now, that said, up in the lighthouse, it didn't completely get right through here, and this is darkened glass. If we were going to put some clouds behind here, we would want them to show up. So if I want to add to this selection, what I do is hold down the Shift key, and notice that our little wand gets a plus next to it. So let's click in here with the same settings, and we can see, that's got it much better. Although now it's picked up some things we did not want. So what's the solution? Let's hit Command Z to undo that. Let's turn on contiguous, hold down the Shift key, and now it's only going to get those little areas that we select without going out and exploring around further. Takes a little bit more work, but it's going to be a lot more precise. Now notice how much better a job that did. It didn't pick up any of the inside there. We can decide if we want to get some more of this. I'm not sure exactly how much of that is a reflection, because I would assume this is the big Fresnel lens that's in the lighthouse. In fact, just to be safe, I'm going to undo that. So how do you get rid of stuff you've selected? Well, a couple ways. You can use any of the selection tools. If I choose the marquee tool, for example, hold down the Alt key, notice it puts a minus next to it, where a Shift gives you a plus. Just click and drag, and it deselects anything in there. So as we come down the lighthouse, let's see if it's gotten anything else. Well, there's a reflection on this window pane here, so let's do the same thing. Hold down the Alt key, drag down, and we can continue to come down, and that looks like it did a pretty good job. And here is the final image with the final crop and with the clouds put behind. But you can see the clouds go right through the railing. They're right in through the trees, and it completely all looks seamless. And that's the beauty of using the magic wand to select your sky when you want to add a little bit more interest by maybe putting in a cloud to break up that blue sky. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that. A lot more we can do with the magic wand tool, and we will revisit it. Yes, I know these quick tips are supposed to be 3 minutes or less. I went over a little over 4 minutes, but it was important to show you those options. Hope you enjoyed that video. Hope to do some more stuff out in the field for you, but until then, we start traveling again. I'll see you online again soon. Bye-bye.